Welcome to Face Off with me, Kimberly Carey, lead makeup artist. Let me help you to get your face off of your brushes by introducing you to Face Off by K. Nicole Brush Cleanser. Specifically made for surface cleansing, deep cleansing, disinfecting, and moisturizing. This is the stuff. This is what you need in order to get your brushes right. Now, the question is, what is it made with? Yes, it has a natural oil base. So let's see. We have olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, shea butter, as well as citrus extract. So let's get started in trying to get this makeup out of our brushes. So first things first, you want to open your canister and you want to turn on the water, warm water preferably, and you want to swirl that brush around that soap. So once again, by adding water and swirling the brush around the soap, this will loosen all of the particles that are left inside of the bristles. Another thing you can do is pre-treat using micellar water and makeup remover mix. But bottom line, you are always swirling and working the product throughout your hand and making sure that it gets out of those bristles. And spread your fingers just to make sure that it all gets out. So now let me show you how to do this using a live brush. So I've already pre-treated, once again, using micellar water and makeup remover mix. And you can see that the brush, this is the HP4 foundation brush, and it's already a little wet. But once you go in with the water and the face off, the rest is history. You can already see it for yourselves that it's starting to work itself out. And you have to keep working that soap into the bristles to get down to the middle of the center of the bristles as well. So that's why I'm spreading it apart so that way it can get into the middle of the bristles. That's where a lot of the bacteria is held as well. So you need to make sure that you clean this area too. Working it around and using my hand. And not just getting the inside, but the outside as well. So it's important for us to spread the bristles around and squeeze all of that product out. And this is a rinse and repeat, ladies and gentlemen. So this is not something that is on one go. It all depends on the type of product and brush you're using. So this being a foundation brush, and with foundation being so long lasting nowadays, it's also long lasting on our brushes. So it's important for us to understand the importance of rinse and repeat. Another point is if you have not washed your brushes in months. Now, I'm not talking about your face-off brushes because it automatically comes with the face-off brush cleanser and the tutorials to help you to maintain the longevity of your brushes. But what about your regular everyday brushes? Yeah, if you have neglected those, it may take you a while to wash those brushes for the simple fact that you have all of the dried product on that brush. So it's going to take a minute. My theory in this is however long it's been since you washed the brush, that's probably how many minutes it's going to take for you to actually clean that brush. And this is deep cleaning. Deep cleaning your brushes is so important for the simple fact, again, that bacteria can lie in bristles. And this is what goes on our faces, in our products. So it's important to make sure that these brushes are cleaned and maintained. So once again, this is the HP4 foundation brush, and I use my hand to clean it, but you can also use a brush mat. You know, if you don't feel comfortable with using your hand, and to me, my hand is the best cleaner because I'm able to actually feel and see the color actually come out, whereas the brush mat is kind of that third party that moves around. But it's totally up to you and how you want to do it. Brush mats have specific grooves in them that really help with deep cleaning. So maybe that will be helpful for you to get as well. I got this little cactus from Forever 21. So it was 19 dirhams. So you can get a little brush mat from anywhere. It doesn't have to be specific. The bottom line is for you to spread those bristles afterwards and make sure that the center is clean and free of soap and product. You have to squeeze it out. And you can see for yourself, this is a clean, bristled brush. And I didn't submerge my brush under the water. Please do not do this. This is a full-on no-no. If you want to keep your brushes working right and not shedding, keep them from being submerged underwater. So let's take a look at a flat brush because the HP4 is a fluffy brush, but this is the LP5 concealer brush. So this is going to work a little different. The reason why is because it's flat. It's not going to have as much lather and soap suds as a fluffy brush. So with a flat brush, you actually have to press. You have to press and squeeze. Press. As you can see, that's what I'm doing into the soap to make sure that the product is worked out. I also pre-treated this ahead of time. But the maneuver or the movement that you use to get the product out is different from a fluffy. Pressing that soap into the bristles helps to move the product out. Take a look for yourself. Same way you did the fluffy brush, you still do the same to the flat brush. You still have to spread the bristles to make sure that the product is out of the center area. And here you have it, a perfectly clean, flat brush. Now let's go over to the other side, the eye brushes. Now this one is another one that I did not pre-treat because I thought I was smart. Most of the time when it comes to powder, powder is easier to get out of a brush than cream. But it depends on the powder, it depends on the color, it all plays a part. Now I'm using a stabbing motion to coat these bristles because like I said, I did not pre-treat this. And plus the color was dark. So that means that I'm gonna have to put a little bit of work in to get this one out. But it's okay. This is a good rinse and repeat tutorial for you to see because this is the case with some brushes depending on the color of shadow that you use. But as I stated before, sometimes the color is stained into the bristles and it may take some time to get that color out. So even with pre-treating and maybe another time, this is okay. Eventually it's going to come out, but that pre-treating with micellar water and using another tin is actually quite helpful. So I did this another time by letting it sit in the micellar water, and I decided to go back in and it loosened the color. It actually loosened the dark color and I was able to clean it a lot easier than the first time. So you can see the difference. If the soap is white, then you're all right. If the soap is brown, you need to go back and rinse and repeat. And as you can see, I need to create another rhyme for that one to help us to remember. But the bottom line is sometimes bristles are stained by color, and sometimes it depends on the color of the bristles. This color of this particular brush is actually a darker gray. So how I can tell that it's clean is there's no more soap and it's not as dark as it was before. Now, on the other hand, haha, if you happen to see that there's a white film, do not get scared. It's okay. Just understand that you have been washing something for quite a while, and all you need to do is get a moisturizing soap, put some lotion on, and yeah, you and your hands are good to go. But the bottom line is you have your face off of your brushes. And one more tip before you leave. Please make sure that you are drying your brushes correctly by laying them flat across a rack or a towel. Make sure that they are dried flat, not upright, because other than that, you loosen the glue, and we don't want that. And did you know you can use Face Off to clean your powder puffs and your brow mascara wands? So don't throw them away. Just use the Face Off to do the dirty work for you. Thank you again for tuning in. Please make sure that you reorder your jar of Face Off by going to www.brush-class.com. See you next time.